does size matter? There's a perception that small warehouses don't need a WMS system. So I have seen WMS systems work in warehouses the size of my bedroom, and I don't have a large bedroom. The reality is that if you have complexity in the product, for example, you're building satellites and they're going to go into space, you need traceability, and every single component needs to be in place. That's a tiny warehouse, but the benefit of the WMS is the traceability. Another great example is in one of our customers in Cape Town. They have material, fabric, that they import, and then they make or manufacture curtains. So when you bring fabric in, it comes in with batch numbers. And the slight variations in color on a batch of fabric has a massive impact when you mix those batches in your manufacturing operation. So even though the warehouse is small, a couple of hundred rolls of fabric, by controlling the batch numbers and making sure that when they issue a batch of fabric into a manufacturing job, all the rolls that went into that job have got the same batch number. It's a great example of how a small WMS requirement gives them value and real return on investment. So they don't have this problem of incorrect batches. And that's just another example of where a small WMS or small warehouse requires a WMS that's capable of doing what is needed in terms of business processes. Now, I frequently can't find my cell phone in my living room. So often it's about not being able to find the product that you need for a specific requirement. So if I'm a customer and I've placed an order for something and you can't find it, it means that I'm not going to get that critical part that I need. Now imagine a medical environment. You need a specific part to do a hip operation and you can't find that part. The operation is scheduled. It's supposed to be, the parts are supposed to be in the operating theater, but you can't find the parts. So again, you've got a relatively small warehouse with small little components, but it's essential that you know where every single component is. And those components are serialized, lot controlled. They even have dates on them. So that type of information is required. The other case study is that a small warehouse frequently grows into a big warehouse. You've got small companies, they want to get their processes right when they start, when things are small, when things are controllable, and then they can scale and grow into a bigger operation. And, you know, so often founders of businesses bootstrap things, they make things happen, they just get the product out the door. But if they start to put those processes in when they are small, they reap the benefits of having fixed processes and being able to grow. Now, I openly admit, if you've got 2 people picking in your warehouse, you're not going to save labor by putting in a WMS system. But if you have complexity in your product, even if you've only got a couple of hundred SKUs, you can certainly justify putting a WMS system in to give you the controls, to give you the processes, to give you the standard way of operating, the operating procedures, and then to allow the system to grow. So if you have a small warehouse with complex products, or you are a founder of a business that anticipates rapid, massive growth, then you should be looking for a WMS system that meets your needs now and can scale and grow into the future.